Hey, are you looking to get back into the workforce? Maybe you're a little spooked about that, not really sure. Well, you know what? You don't have to be. We're going to go through and we'll talk about what to keep in mind. As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights. All right. So I started my first of 16 companies when I was 19. I am the king of reinventing and building and doing things differently and challenging in a lot of different ways. I'm very, very familiar with what it takes to transition from maybe a stagnant spot to being engaged again. Now, who knows? Maybe it's because you're coming off of an illness. Who knows? Maybe you're an at-home parent. You'd like to start doing some time. You know, kids are back in school and you could do some gig work, and that might be nice. Who knows? There could be something that you're just in job transitions. You're like, I really don't like working for the man anymore. I want to be the man or the woman. Great, good for you. Who knows? It could be that you're an empty nester and it's suddenly like, wow, I have a lot of free time. I want to get back at it. Or who knows? Maybe it's something you've always wanted to and you're just curious. Whatever the reason, it has never been easier to very safely define and go out and find something new for yourself, especially if you want to be a gig worker or if you're looking to start your own business. So stick with me to the very end. I'm going to give you a special offer. But I started, like I said, my first of 16 when I was 19. I have literally worked with hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world, helping them to redefine what success looks like for them, where it is, and then go out and build a plan to achieve it. So one of the very first things that you need to do is start with the end in mind. More often than not, when people decide, I want to get back to the workforce, they go do something that they could do or that somebody happens to give them an introduction to. It's not necessarily the wrong thing to get started, but ideally, if you can take a moment, step back and say, wow, what would my ideal dream gig be? Maybe it's not today, maybe it's a year from now. But if you can start with the end in mind and really think about what are the full holistic reasons, what are those gigs? What is the time? What is the compensation? How it's the flexibility? What ability do I have to have my own control of my future? What are those different aspects? But really think about those things and write those things out first, rather than diving in and trying to make the job fit in with the dream. But start with the end in mind. The second piece is really invest the time and energy to define what are the things you love. What are those areas that you love doing? The old adage, well, you never work a day in your life if you do what you love. There's a certain amount of truth to that. But still, you have to figure out what it is you love, and more importantly, once you've listed those things out, start to figure out why. Why do you love those things? Is it the interactions? Is it the people? Is it the autonomy? What are those pieces? In my book, best-selling book, Aspiring Solopreneur, we specifically talk about some of these different attributes on how you go out and define what are those areas that you genuinely love. So if you happen to love my numbers, my wife, here's an example. Wife is spectacular with numbers. She was really good at it, but she didn't really like it. She did, however, decide that she really enjoyed helping people, and she decided to change her complete career and re-enter the workforce in a different way. And she went back to school at 40 and became a couples and family counselor. Now she actually works for herself, and she's gotten to a point where she's cash pay only. She makes pretty good money, a couple $100 an hour. And she works 3 days a week. And the rest of the time we live up here in the mountains of Colorado, and she gets to run around and do what she wants and hike and bike, and it's pretty cool to see. But she figured out where she wanted to go and then what she really loved and why, and her why is really helping people is important. So when you debate that and have those discussions and be very intentional with this. Now remember, you could still be on the side figuring out what you want to do. You don't have to do anything yet. But then once you do this, then build a plan to test it. Research it, explore how other people are doing it. And again, in the book, we talk about all those things. Once you get to that point, then you can build a team of advisors. And if it's a solo gig, if it's that direction you're going to go, cool, right on, good for you. There has never been easier to have a whole team of advisors, a small business accountant, a small business attorney, small business insurance agent, small business banker, maybe small business marketing person that will invest time with you on them to help you be great at what you're doing, to make sure, again, is this going to be a good fit or not? And then lastly, and this is the beauty part of being a gig worker, or if you're doing flex time, different types of work, you can sort of test in. Maybe you get a contract with somebody, maybe you get a subcontract, maybe you work with people little by little by little. But it gives you lots and lots of opportunities to go out and start figuring out, is this what I really like? Or did I like the idea of it? And I'd really rather go work for somebody else. But regardless of what your motivations are, if you're thinking about making a change or getting back into the workforce, congratulations, good for you. It's really fulfilling when you do something that you enjoy and you help people and you have that impact. You're making your own money on your terms. But make sure that you do it with a lot of intention. So I appreciate you sticking with me the whole end. I'm going to put my email up at the bottom on this. And I'm going to offer the first 5 people that reach out, you know what? I'll give you my course. I've got it online at aspiringsolopreneur.com. I'll give you the course on me. No expectations whatsoever. If you like it, cool, give us a testimonial. If not, no worries. But whatever it is, make sure that you do something. Doing nothing is that's the status quo and that's no fun. But what you do is when you do choose to go out and be bold, see what's possible, amazing things can happen. If you enjoy this, please share this, like it. Look forward to hearing from you. Keep smiling.